fine, man. I'm still kind of overwhelmed that it's our last day of school.
I know, it's crazy. It's like just yesterday we were just stepping into that school for the first time. And now we're practically done.
Yeah, man, I know exactly what you mean. I'm sure most of the crowd can agree. We all remember our first day as clearly as it could be.
Speaking of first day, I think everyone here would like to hear about yours.
Well, you guys want to hear what I have to say?
You guys want to hear?
Huh? Is anybody here? Okay, alright, get into it. Yeah, well, I remember my first time walking into that school. I was so young back then, and I was looking onto what seemed like a grand big world. So the first thing I had to do was make friends. And I thought it'd be a good idea to walk to school with my good friend, Laura Motes. I've known her since I was able to make friends.
So, like, did you guys have a whole plan figured out or something?
Yeah, so my friend Laura said she'd meet me in my backyard with her friend, and she knows I'm a shy boy. She knows that, like, I'm not really out of my shell. So it's essential that we walk to school together. Long story short, she didn't show up, and I had to walk to school. Yeah, I know. So I get to school, and I walk in, and I see this whole wave of kids just in the middle of the hallway, searching for their names on the walls, and so I have to do the same.
Yeah, I mean, me too. That's exactly what I first noticed. Just walking into Streetsville, just a plethora of kids standing there.
Yeah, that's right. You didn't come to Streetsville until grade 10. So anyways, here I am standing in the middle of a crowd of new faces, and I hear my name in like a really high-pitched voice. So I turn around and see what the noise is, and it's one of the Frenchies.
Okay, so let me just stop you right there for those in the audience who don't know. What exactly is a Frenchie?
Yes. A Frenchie is a French immersion student, and in middle school, that's what us English kids called them. Most of them moved on to Streetsville.
Right. And you make that sound like it's a bad thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, most of them were dudes.
You do realize it's French, right?
Yeah, point proven. Yeah, so she comes up to me, and she gives me the biggest hug, and you know, usually that's a good thing, right? Like, it's comforting, it's loving, it's welcoming, but no, I was an awkward kid back then, and this was the most awkward hug of all time. Even all the Frenchies were behind her too, and they're looking at me like, why is she touching that thing? Yeah, so that was the second most awkward thing that happened that day. Anyways, yeah, I was just such a shy kid back then.
And now?
Now I'm a awkward and confident kid. Wow, this is a great crowd we have here tonight. I feel like I'm on a Big Bang Theory episode.
You know, speaking of awkward, we actually found a picture of you back in 9th grade.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Don't do this to me.
Let's put it on the screen. Come on.